Hey guys, welcome to the first unboxing video of 2020. My name is Nick Alkias, owner and founder of County Cycle. I'm really excited today to bring you Devinci's new 2020 Devinci Django Carbon 29 GX Limited. I know that's a mouthful, but there's a lot of bike here that we want to talk about. I guess that's your record, the light goes on, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so once I see it, now that I know. So let's talk about the big changes over the previous model. 140 mil up front, 120 in the back. Now the previous model retained 120 mil of travel in the back. The new model gets a bigger boosted fork. Rear end is now boosted at 157 mil. Dave Weagle's split-pivot design is still featured in this one here. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a beautiful design that allows a lot of fluidity through the suspension. And of course, what the split-pivot does is allows acceleration forces to be isolated from braking forces. Something really interesting that Devinci has brought to the forefront, and we're seeing this in the hatchet that just got released, is size-specific tune and using variable viscosities in resin. As you lay up carbon, of course, you need resin to bond it all together. What they've done here is use different grades of resin for each different size. So someone that rides an extra small, of course, will need the bike to be a little more compliant than someone that rides an extra large. And this is just a really cool feature that they've rolled into the new Django and hatchet moving forward. So just like its big brothers, the Spartan and the Troy, the Django now gets Superboost in the back. That's 157 mil spacing. And again, with today's trail bikes, it's absolutely necessary to go a little bit wider, especially when we're ramming like 200 mil rotors and 12-speed cassette systems. So all the new Djangos are going to feature variable chainstay length. So extra small through medium will be 435 mil, large will be 440, and extra large will be 445. And again, this is just going back to Devinci's new methodology where each size should be specifically tuned for that size of rider. So again, just like the Spartan and the Troy, the Django gets a threaded bottom bracket. I know a lot of people are going to be really relieved to hear that. Threaded bottom bracket, a little longer lasting and a little bit quieter over the press fit systems. So cable routings, of course, are all internal, 2 ports on either side. The way Devinci's designed it too is that it would put the cables outward. They don't get involved with the frame, even when you turn your handlebars to the extremes. Down the down tube, they come out of a really clever port right in the middle. And then a brand new design feature, again, that I'm sure we're going to see in the future is a cable guide that is actually incorporated into the shock as sort of a washer design. So the FRG system still exists on the new Django, featuring a high-low chip system. This just makes it really easy for the user at home to pop the chips out and either slack the bike out in low position or make your bottom bracket a little bit taller for more of a cross-country feel. That steepens your fork angle and just brings the bottom bracket up off the ground for more clearance. So let's talk about the specifics now of the GX Limited build. Of course, we're going to feature the new SRAM G2 RSC brakes. Raceface handles the cockpit with the Next R carbon bar, 35 clamp, and then we've got the Turbine R stem as well. So as the name suggests, this is the GX Limited build. So GX crank, cassette, and derailleur, 32 tooth narrow wide ring. Another one of my favorite new features is the fully molded bash pads here and chainstay guards. Look who dropped in! So suspension across the board for all the new Djangos is handled by Fox. We've got the Fox float factory in the back for the GX Limited. Up front, factory 34 with the new Fit 4 damper. So all the dealers were recently invited to visit Chicoutimi, Quebec, the home of Devinci, where we got to tour the factory, check out all the in-house production, R&D, look at a few bikes that are coming in the future, and more importantly, ride Devinci's trails where they actually R&D and develop these bikes. Rubber is handled by Maxxis. We've got the DHR2 in the back and the DHF up front. These both feature 3 triple compound Max Terra exo protection. They're tubeless ready. Devinci gives you a couple of really sweet tubeless valves so that you can set the bike up tubeless. So tire widths, 2.5 wide trail in the front, 2.4 wide trail in the back. Again, race face arc 35 offset rims, which again are just going to give you that nice wide stance. No burping in the corners for when you really want to rail it. So we've got the race face 1x dropper lever on the left hand side. Fox transfer dropper post, and the saddle is an SDG Devinci collaboration with some really sweet mountain images on it. Something that drives a lot of trail riders crazy is tire clearance issues. Of course, with the 110 boost forks up front, it's never really a problem, but in the back, again, we're running a super wide Maxxis tire, 2.4 wide trail, so lots of clearance in the chainstay, lots of clearance in the seat stay. The seal cartridge bearings feature a double row of bearings and double seals on either end, just to keep you out on the trails for longer and shorter downtime when it comes to replacing. All the pivot hardware that you see is handled in-house in Chicoutimi, Quebec by Devinci, and each pivot is actually labeled with its torque spec. So right here we've got 14 Newton meters. Just means that even if you lose your handbook or you don't want to go on the website to check it out, you know exactly how tight to tighten each one of your pivots. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for the 2020 Devinci Django Carbon 29 GX Limited. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. We'll be sure to answer you. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and check out our other unboxing videos, as there are a lot more to come.